Welcome back. In the previous video, we almost got our Perlenoise terrains working seamlessly. We've joined them together. We've orientated things the right way. Now we just have this little mirror problem that happens. And I mean, you might not care if it's there, so, go with it. But I'm going to show you how to adjust it. And that is to actually move 0, 0, or what the Perlenoise calculation considers to be 0, 0, outside of the range of all of these terrains. So you could just set it an offset to like a huge offset that's like, out here in the world somewhere. But I'm just going to do a little bit of a calculation, and I'm going to calculate it based on the number of terrains that's in the scene. Because at a maximum, let's say that we've got like, what have we got, 5 terrains here. If they were actually all in one long row, which is completely possible, then your offset would be sort of a maximum. It would have to be, would be 5 lengths of a terrain. In this case, we don't need it to be that big, but it doesn't matter if it is. It doesn't even matter where it is, as long as it's nowhere within the confines of all of your terrains. Right, so let's go back into our script, and we will calculate that value at the top before we go into here, because we only need it once. Okay, so it's going to be a float Perlin 0 offset, I'll call it, and that's going to equal the number of terrains. So we want terrain dot active terrains dot length plus 1 multiplied by terrain dot active terrains 0. So we're going to get the first terrain, and we're going to use its size, or one of its sizes anyway. Terrain data dot size dot x. Doesn't matter which one, they're the same. So we're just going to grab one of them and use that, multiply it by the length plus 1, just to be on the safe side, to make it even further away from them. And then we use this offset value down in our utils.fbm method down here. We just add it to whatever offset we're also applying in the inputs that are up here, which we actually haven't used, but you could just set those also to some huge value. But just to be on the safe side, we'll put them in here. So the Perlin 0 offset there, and then we'll just add it down here as well. 0 offset, like that. Okay, so we're going to save that. I'm going to come back into Unity, and we're going to check out this seam is the one that we want to change when it recalculates everything, or in fact all seams you want. Now you can clearly see that we have no mirroring going on at all anywhere in this terrain, which makes it look nice and continuous, which is exactly what we're after. Okay, so that is how to use multiple terrains, and make sure that you've sort of synchronized all the values across it by using the world position. So go forth and attempt to integrate all of the other things that we've looked at for a single terrain into this, keeping in mind what we've done here. So if anything goes weird or gets unaligned, first of all, check that your X and your Z values might need to be flipped around the other way in order to be continuous, and that you're using world positioning when you're calculating things rather than using the height map values, because they are actually not the height map values, but the height map indices, because they belong to each terrain and they all start from 0, 0 and go out to the particular height. Okay, so if you've done this and you've got a great big vast terrain and you want to share it with people, please do put it into the forum so we can all have a look. And if you do run into any particular issues and come up with some amazing solutions, please do share them with everybody else as well. Okay, so that's it for working with multiple
Now, remember,
terrains.
if you've liked these videos and you'd like to learn more about procedural terrain generation and you want to take this course, you've got this 75% off discount coupon that you can use, and you can also get the solution for all of these tutorials on YouTube here from Patreon.